All right, coffee and charts. Coffee and charts. Live. This is volume 23. Yep. All right, so you hold on for 1 second. All right. All right, so the final hour of the day, we're going to get some observation in. Please feel free to ask whatever questions you may have, especially if you're new. Let me go ahead and move this box. If you are, well, even before that, as you guys are making your way on, please be sure to like the video, share the video from whatever platform you're on. If you're tuning in from YouTube, subscribe to the channel. Turn on the bell notifications. If you're tuning in from Facebook, follow the TeamAlliance page, and also turn on the bell. There's a little bell on there also. And if you're tuning in from Twitter, be sure to retweet after you like and share the video. All right. If you're new to this content, we are on the best trading platform that exists. This is a platform called NADEX. You may or may not have heard of NADEX. If you're in the industry of trading and you're familiar with financial markets, you probably have run across the name here and there. But it's not mainstream. It's not popular. They don't advertise on TV, any of that type of stuff. I actually think that's good because that's just another expense that taps into the company's profits. I think that it's a good thing that the platform has really just spread because people like to trade here. They have powerful instruments that you can use to trade. The platform is set up as an exchange. So when you make a deposit, your money is in a segregated account. That way, when you make money, the money's there. If you lose your money, the money will be there for the person that out traded you and won the trade. So whoever wins or loses, it's a fair exchange, meaning that if you lose, the amount that you risked goes to the person on the other side of the trade, and vice versa. When you win, the amount that they put at risk becomes your profit, and that goes into your account. So this is a platform where literally, if you are more skilled in the market than the person or the people on the other side of your trade, you can and will be consistently profitable here, and those profits add up. They add up. The platform allows you to scale up. So if there is availability of, contracts on the other side of whatever your trade is, your trade will be filled accordingly. It's not an artificial or demo type of liquidity, which you can find on other various online brokers that I've seen. They're using fake volume. I could do a lot as far as like exposing other platforms, but I'm not even going to waste my time doing that, because all I can say is that this platform is the real deal. And if you develop market skill here, or just market skill in general, and then apply it here, you can and will make substantial profits on this platform, especially with the binaries. So with the binary options that are available to trade here, they are not like traditional binaries that you may have seen offered on overseas platforms. NADEX has developed their own binary contracts based on the exchange model. So as I mentioned earlier, when someone wins, whoever traded against them on the opposite side, whatever they put at risk is the profit of the person that won the trade, and vice versa. So anytime someone loses, they lose what they risk, no more, no less. So you can structure your trades to be whatever risk you want it to be. You know, you can trade with high or what people call advantageous risk reward, you know, where someone will think, all right, I'm risking 20 to make 80. If I win, I'm going to make 80. If I lose, I only lose 20. There are a lot of people that have that train of thought. But the problem with that is you have to be correct about where the market ends relative to the strike price that you have selected. So when you're trading with that type of risk reward, what goes on is the market has to move to the other side of the strike price where it is currently positioned, because that risk reward is only going to be available to the person that does not have the market already in place for them to win that trade. So in other words, when you see that type of risk reward available, it's out of the money, meaning that the market is out of position relative to the strike in order for you to win, which means the market has to move into position in order for you to win that trade. Now, that's how a lot of people prefer to trade, because they don't want to risk more than they could potentially lose. I'm not going to risk 80 to make 20 when I can risk 20 to make 80. But the problem is, again, you're risking 20 to make 80. However, the market is not in position when you enter the trade. You understand? The market has to move into position after you have already entered that trade in order for you to win the 80. So a lot of people that trade with that type of risk reward don't understand that fully, and they're really just speculating, because what about the market's movement is telling you that the market is going to move to the other side of the strike by the time that option expires. So if you don't have that type of information with regards to the market, you'll give away $20 all day long. And that's what people often do when they trade against us, because we trade on the opposite side of that. We're going to risk 80 to make 20. Why? Because the market is already in position and we understand market behavior, so we know that the market will remain in position. You see, this is about understanding behavior. So if you don't know how the market will behave, then you cannot anticipate knowing the outcome of the market's movement. When you do understand how the market behaves, you can anticipate the outcome of the market's movement. And being able to do that is the skill that we possess. You see? So that's primarily what the differences are between the way that we trade and the way that the majority of everyone else is trading when they're using this platform. So when you come into this ecosystem and you may have seen one of my trading videos, or you might have seen the podcast, a live market observation, or even coffee and charts, which is also live market observation. Whatever it is that you've seen, you see me using tools. So for example, this green box that you see here on the chart, that's one of the tools that we use. As a matter of fact, that's one of the primary tools that we use during observation. This box tells a lot of information. It gives us a lot of information with regards to the market. This box is telling us so much information about what the market is doing. We're looking at how the candles look. We're looking at how the market is moving. We're taking all of this information into consideration when we observe. And that's what this skill set is based upon. So a lot of people, when they come around, they're trying to figure out how I'm entering into trades. When entering into a trade is not the hard part. It's understanding why you would enter into a trade. See, hold on a second. All right, I'm back at it. All right, so most important thing is understanding why you would enter a trade. Least important thing is trying to enter a trade. You can trade like literally, I'm not even exaggerating. You could trade on this platform all day long. These are 5-minute binary options. They recycle every 5 minutes. Shout out to New Orleans and everyone being affected by the hurricane. I meant to say that when I first came on. We're definitely keeping folks in our prayers. A lot of people in TA either know people that are in that area. I believe that we have a few that are actually in that area. So make sure that you all say your prayers for folks being affected by the hurricane. So it's understanding the market that's the most important aspect. So when you're looking at trading, professional trading is actually more so about understanding the market. See, most people think that it means, oh, well, good strategy, good trade selection, good money management. Those things are cool. I think that they are important to a degree. But the bottom line is your trade selection doesn't matter if you don't understand the market. Your money management doesn't matter if you don't understand the market. And anything else that you think is important doesn't matter if you're not understanding the movement of the market. You need to understand the movement of the market to know why you would want to be in a trade at the time. So, for example, people develop strategies and trading methods all the time. I mean, it's numerous amounts of trading strategies out there. There's plenty of signal services that offer certain, signals based off of their strategy. All of that is fine, but none of that is going to put you in position to trade professionally. Professional traders earn consistent profits. Let me say that again. Professional traders earn consistent profits. They're not just trading just for the sake of trading, which is what a lot of people end up doing because they don't understand the dynamic of the market at all. So they're literally on the platform picking trades, hoping that their trades win. If you are depending on hope, it doesn't put you in position to scale up with confidence, because every time that you trade, you hope it wins. How can you scale up based on hope? Keep hope alive. That's not going to get you anywhere. Not going to get you anywhere at all. So you can't build a career off hope. Cannot build your career off of hope. You have to build your career off of knowledge. So, in other words, you have to know what it is that you're looking at in the market. You have to know what it is that you're doing in the market. I don't mean as far as trades. I mean, you need to understand, why would I be in a trade now? Any trade. Does it make sense to be in a trade at this time? And you can only answer that question if you understand how the market is moving. Because the movement of the market answers the question. That's it. See, your strategy doesn't answer that question. The market's movement answers that question. Does now make sense to even be in a trade? Does it make sense to be in a trade now? Well, it depends on the trade. No, it does not depend on the trade. It depends on the market's movement. See? So because you've never been taught this, when you hear me talk about this, it is going to do one of two things. It's either going to confuse you or it's going to elevate you. Now, for those of you who get elevated off of that, the next thing is to start working on your mindset so that you'll learn how to observe the market without trying to trade. See, this is powerful because I'm literally giving you the blueprint. I'm giving you direction and guidance on how to go about starting to learn how to understand the market. See, it's just like when someone says, oh, I understand the market. I got good indicators. If you're using indicators, you don't understand the market at all. Your observation is the indicator that you need. And you have to learn how to use it. So you got to learn how to use your observation of the market. To do what? To understand how the market moves. See, the market moves all the time, all day, every day. And the problem with that is you don't understand what the moves mean. You just don't get it. So what you'll do is you'll put everything under the classification of, oh, the market just does whatever it wants to, whenever it wants to, which it does. But the market also has structure to its behavior. Sometimes its behavior is not stable. And sometimes its behavior is stable. So the question becomes, can you recognize the difference between the market being unstable versus being stable? See, that's the question. So the more that you observe, the easier it will become for you to understand the difference. And as you understand the difference, that gives birth to the reason why you would want to be in a trade. Whoa. This is good stuff here. This is 100% right here. Only thing that works 100% of the time. Knowing. So when you take the time to actually observe, you're doing a lot. And you're doing way more than the average person who's trading. See, this is what puts you in position to become a professional trader. You have to start doing what professionals do. Think about this. If you, all right, just in the markets in general, the people that are considered professionals, they have titles for them: analysts, technicians, right? They have wording for what these people actually look at: technical analysis, fundamental analysis, right? What these people represent are those who study the market from one perspective. Technical analysts look at charts and they look at price history and they use that as a barometer to make a prediction. They'll look at things like moving averages, previous levels that the market has been to over a period of time. They'll use these levels as reasons why the market would do something if it decides to do it. But it's your prediction. So they have to pick and say, all right, well, I think that it's going to bounce off of this level here. There's a lot of support in that area. There's a moving average on the 1 hour chart. There's also a weekly moving average for, X such and such moving average is also supported at that level, right? On the weekly chart, the MACD is turning. On the 4 hour chart, the RSI is also turning. They're trying to find reasons. Listen, I'm breaking this down to help you guys understand what professionals do. They're trying to understand reasons. Reasons for what? Reasons why the market is going to continue to go in one direction. Reasons why the market will reverse and go in the opposite direction. Reasons why the market would react to a level in the market that it has already been to. Because they're looking at, well, what's there? See, they're looking to see what's there. All right, there's support there. There's a moving average there. Multiple time frames are, confirming with different indicators, giving us reasons. Reasons the market will react when it gets to that level. Reasons why the market did react when it went to that level. So all of these professionals are considered professionals because of their ability to use these indications to create a reason why. But their reason why turns into a prediction. You see the difference? Here with us, we don't make a prediction. And this is why I love NADEX, because on this platform, you make money now based on your understanding of the market now. See? So that means that by you being patient and waiting until the market gives you clarity on its behavior, the market is telling you and letting you know based on its behavior what it's doing. Not what it's going to do, what it is doing. You see the difference? So that puts us in a very unique position now, because it means we don't have to predict. We don't have to say, well, I think the market is going to. One, we're dealing with binary options. So the market is either in a position or it's out of a position, and you're betting that it's going to get into a position. See? So the bet is actually on the market going somewhere. Understanding and observation is based on the market being somewhere. Whoa, 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 whoa. Y'all ain't ready for this. Y'all ain't ready for this. Y'all are not ready to understand this yet. If you take the time to break down what I just said, everything opens up. Observation is based on the market being. What is being? Current, now, present. Not a prediction. The only thing that tells you what the market is doing is the market. So your study and observation of the market tells you what it's doing. Because you're learning the market. See, you're not learning some strategy to enter trades. That's the difference. That's why the consistency is there for us. You see? That's why I'm consistent when I trade. Because I'm looking at the market at all times. And through behavior, the market tells me exactly what it's doing, not what it's going to do. I don't need to know what it's going to do, because I'm not in the prediction business. I'm in the observation business. That's the difference. We are in the observation business. We don't have to make a prediction. Predictions, another word for that is a guess. Another word for that is a coin flip. Heads or tails. So all right. Some people get lucky. They'll have a streak of luck when they trade. They'll win for X amount of trades for a period of time, and that'll be their win streak until they lose. Regardless of how you look at it, if you're speculating or you're guessing or you're predicting, regardless of how you see it, you are flipping a coin. Some coin flips are better than others, but it's a coin flip nevertheless. The only way to remove the coin flip is through observation of the market now. Through observation comes understanding. Understanding of what? The market's behavior, its movement, and what it means. When you learn what the behavior of the market means, you'll know not to be in a trade at a time. As good as the trade might look. See, this is what people fall victim to all the time. They'll say, damn, this is a good trade. That's a good setup right there, man. The worst part is that they'll see a good setup and the setup wins. What do? Y'all know what they do. Damn, I could have took that one. Damn, I missed that. Right? Fear of missing out. So now a trade that they could have taken ended up winning. They feel like they missed it. What do? They look for another setup, right? And if another setup comes, they're going to want to take that setup forcefully because they feel like they missed the last one and they feel like the market owes them something. Am I telling the truth? Is that not what people do? Some of y'all know I'm telling the truth because I'm talking about you. See, especially people outside of TA. People, when you come into TA training, you stop doing this stuff. But I'm talking about what people do before they come here. And even what people do when they leave here. When you come here and then you leave, you'll find yourself doing bullshit a lot. Because when you're here, you're under the direction and guidance of TA at all times. So you're constantly being reminded through the group chat, through the training, everything that goes on here. This is one of the benefits of being in the training here. TA training is a group-oriented training, meaning that you're constantly held accountable. So that means you can't just do what you want to do. Because if you're plugged in and you connected here, you can't come in the group chat posting any type of bullshit that you did. You can't do that. Because if you post it, we got you. See? Accountability. In other words, if you post something, you are going to get feedback for it. So you can't come in with the FOMO trade I just described. Oh, I missed the last one, but I caught this one. Hey guys, check this out. See? You can't do that. You want to post it just because you won. And then when we look at the trade, we're like, wait, why are you even in that trade? Oh, well, what did I miss about the trade? It ain't about the trade. It's about the market. Whoa. Wait, what you mean about the market? Well, look at the candles. You got big candles dominating in there right there. You shouldn't have been in the market at all. And instantly it's like, oh shit, I forgot about that. Exactly. So just imagine what folks are doing when they're not in TA. This is what I'm saying. This is why I can talk about it, because I know what they be doing. They be doing all type of shit. And you'll end up being in trades that you lose, and then you're wondering why you lost them. See? You try to figure out what you did wrong with the trade, when what you did wrong had to do with you being in a trade at that time. You shouldn't have been in a trade, period. You see? And this is what I mean about learning the market first. So before you start even thinking about trades, you need to be learning about the market itself, observing, taking your time, learning how to understand. This is why I have tools. People don't understand how valuable this box is right here. This is the money box right here. This is the money box. This is just one of the tools. See? So if this is one of the tools, when you put all of the tools together that we use, it's 1-0 every time that we are in the trade. Not a coin flip. See, there's a difference between 1-0 forever and coin flipping. When you flip that coin, it can go either way, heads or tails. And when it goes tails, you're trying to figure out why it wasn't heads. You're still trying to figure out. You're sitting there like, damn, why? Like, what happened with this one? Why did this one lose? You shouldn't even been in the market. That's why it lost. Wrong time. Oh, but the market, I thought the market was good. Why would you say the market is good? There's big candles all over the place. Market is good. See? So Again, having the structure, having the direction and guidance. That's the purpose of the training. Training keeps you accountable. Like, you cannot do dumb shit when you are in training, period. You can't, because you're held accountable for everything that you do. One, we record. Just like right now, this observation is being recorded. When you go back, as you're listening and you're replaying this, you're also seeing the market. You're seeing what I'm doing with the box. You're seeing how I'm moving it. You know, you're seeing how I'm looking at overall market behavior. Like, I'm just looking at the market overall now, and I see, okay, right now we have small candle domination, which means that the big candles represent position changes. See, big candles mean something different when small candles dominate. The same way that small candles mean something different when big candles dominate. Do you know the difference? You didn't know that. What does he mean when he talks about these big candles? I always see big candles. Yeah, but they don't always mean the same thing. See? Just like I said earlier, do you understand what you're looking at? Do you understand the behavior of the market? Do you get it? It's a lot, man. It's a lot. But you get a lot of clarity when you are in this ecosystem. So even before you train in TA, you're being prepared to train in TA. Because the first thing that you need, priority, is your mindset. Just like that FOMO that I talked about. That fear of missing out, that's not going to fly here. You can't have FOMO. First of all, you're not missing out on anything, because you need to understand why you would be in the first place. So if you don't know why you would be in, how are you missing out? See? Clarity. And I know nobody ever talked to you like this, and nobody ever talked about the market like this. I know. Yep, see? Before TA. After you get here, you stop doing all of the bullshit. Bilal says, indicators are intended to deceive you. They're designed to make you think that you know the market, but in reality, it's a play to use your lack of understanding of the market against you. Very well said. Very well said. What's up, Mo? This is all true. So one of the things about professional trading also, patience. Patience, discipline. These are mindset elements that are not optional. These are things that you have to train to develop. See, like, you don't just wake up one day and you're patient. You don't just wake up and like, all right, I got discipline now. It takes you time to develop patience and discipline. But you have to understand that the reason that it's so difficult for people to develop patience and discipline is because they are so valuable. See, the more valuable something is, the more difficult it is to obtain. Some people, so look, this is what a lot of people will do also. Because they know that they are not going to be able to develop patience, they dismiss it. I don't got to wait for all that. I don't got to wait for all that. All I got to do is wait for the trade to come, and then bang. Okay. I bet you won't record them all, though. I bet you won't record all your trades. I bet you. See? Because all of that shit talking that you do about what you're going to do, you don't back it up with your recordings. See? You trying to fly through all of your trades. Oh, let me get this account up real quick. So you make a deposit and you start trading. You win some trades and you think that you got it down. Then you get the 10 contracts, maybe 15 or 20, and you get slapped. And you're like, oh, damn, well, I just start over. See, this is another thing. The purpose of you learning the skill is so that you don't have to start over. Whoa. Listen to me, man. Listen. The purpose of this is to not start over. Why do you want to start over? The purpose of this is to get in position. The spreadsheet is 30 trades. The purpose of 30 trades is to put you into position. For what? Freedom. I'm still trying to understand why people think the way that they are thinking when it comes to what we're doing. I still haven't figured it out. 30 trades. 30 trades. The purpose of that is to put you in position for freedom. That's why I call this latest project that I'm doing Project Freedom. Because at the end of 30 trades, you'll be in position. So now once you're in position, each trade, the size of the cash flow that you generate from each trade is so big, you are in a position of financial freedom now. With every trade that you end up being in, mind you, you're utilizing the skill set to be in these trades that you learned, the same skill set that puts you in position with the first 30 trades. So now every consecutive trade or subsequent trade after that is going to have the same outcome, a winning trade. But the size of the trades are so massive that you're financially free now. That's the purpose. It's the same amount of trade. It's just like if you're trading and so far you've taken 50 trades altogether. And out of the 50, let's say you lost 2. So 48 trades. And the 2 trades that you lost were along the way to 30. So that means you had to start over twice. Now, once you understand what you did, because the answer is going to be the same. Why did that trade lose? Oh, damn, I entered that trade at the wrong time. I see it now. You might have overlooked something at the time. I get it. I understand. But my point is, you are constantly working on this skill set. You're constantly working on the craft. You are developing the skill at a subconscious level so that you're only applying the process. You're working on your mindset so that you only are conditioned to apply the process and nothing else. You're conditioned to wait for the market to stabilize and then give you the trade and nothing else. See, that's not jumping into trades, trying to get to 30. You understand? I don't care how much time goes in between your trades. You need to know why you're in every trade, and you need to know that every trade outcome will be the same, not because of the trade, but because of the market and the fact that you waited for the market to stabilize and be in position for you to win that trade. You waited for the behavior of the market to tell you the outcome of the market's movement, which determines the outcome of that trade that you end up in. Meaning that you know that you'll win the trade. Whoa. Come on. That's the skill set that you're developing. See, this is how professionals operate. Professionals don't have FOMO. Professionals are not looking to start over. We ain't looking to start over. I would rather you pause than start over. If you're not sure, you shouldn't be trading. Hold up. Listen. Oh, you're not sure about that one? You shouldn't be trading. Period. Matter of fact, go ahead and record what you were going to do. And go ahead and type it out. Type in what you were going to do. I was looking at this. I was about to enter. I decided not to. Accountability. So now, regardless of what happens, for whatever reason, you hesitated. And if you hesitated, you should not be trading, period. Doesn't matter if the trade won. When you record and that observation is documented, now you can look back and say, you know what? I hesitated a little bit, but I was right. That was solid. Market was stable. That was RCB. The trade came. So that's me hesitating. Wonder why I'm hesitating. Look at how now that documentation allows you to break down why you hesitated. Mind you, you did it right. Oh, I did it. I don't know why I hesitated. Instead of beating yourself up about it, when you document and record, now you can go back and look and see if that was the case or not. Sometimes it may be, you know what? I hesitated and I see I shouldn't even been in the market at that time. Okay, so my hesitation was good. I hesitated because I felt that it wasn't stable fully yet. See, it could be either or. Regardless of which one it is, you know which one it is now because you document it. Do you see how important recording is? Like, am I making sense? This is what we do here. This is professional. This is professional. This is why you will become a professional at this. Because of everything that I'm giving you to do. This is what I do. Mm-hmm. I had peeped that in the chat. Yep, I peeped that. And it's funny, cool too, because I forgot about that. I'm talking about it now and bringing it up, but it's relevant because I've heard people in the past say that. Matter of fact, when you watch 301 Mindset, I talk about it in 301 Mindset about not withdrawing. That is so crazy. It's crazy. Angel says every seed has a rough journey, but it sure is thankful when it develops into an abundance producing tree. Bingo. Yep. See, seeds in the earth, they go through some, depending on the tree. Well, not even depending on the tree. Every tree that grows that will bear fruit goes through multiple seasons before it bears fruit. Sometimes it takes years for that tree to develop to the point where it's going to bear fruit. See, it doesn't bear fruit after the first season. So that means it goes through a whole period where it looks like the tree is dead. No leaves, no nothing. Because it has to go through a full season first. It may not start bearing fruit until the third or the fourth season, depending on the tree. See? So that means that the foundation has to be solid so that it can survive through all of the seasons until the time comes when it's going to bear the fruit. Whoa. That's hard. That's hard. Listen to that. That's how strong the foundation has to be. Market is real tight right now, hugging these strikes. Very stable, but it is hugging strikes. So there's nothing to do. Shawnee says Freedom Project is the toughest project one will probably be take on in life outside of some type of military service, in my opinion. Yeah, because it requires discipline. Yep. It requires discipline. Peter says recording still teaches me about myself all the time. All the time. I mean, some people don't, like they don't understand why I tell them to do things. Sometimes you don't have to understand why. Matter of fact, most of the time. It's just like when you're in the military, you ain't there asking, well, why we got to run drills? Why we got to run 4 miles a day? Why we got to get up at 6 a.m.? Why we can't get up later? Why we got to go to chow at 11? You don't ask the questions. You fall in line because there's structure. You see, they have an existing structure to the way that things are laid out. They are designed to turn you into a soldier that is going to be ready. Ready for what? Combat, right? You need to be able to have perseverance. You can't be weak. You can't be all out of breath. So you go through training, constant training. You run every day. Disassemble and put your weapon back together. Oil your weapon. But we not fighting. We ain't shooting nothing. But you're prepared. You see, like it's like asking questions about the training. You don't ask no questions. You just do it. You're there to be a soldier. This is how you become a soldier. Same thing. That's why military is a good analogy to use for this, because it requires that same level of discipline. Now, the problem for most people is that they don't have a drill sergeant always on them in their face. See what I'm saying? You don't have that unless you just always tuned in here. If you always tuned in, you'll have me doing that. Rant Man will come out and just get at you. Yes. If you stay connected and you just keep pressing play, if you watch the recommended trainings, if you're watching the content on YouTube, if you watch it on Facebook, wherever you are, if you do that and you stay connected, you'll have that. But my point is that you're an individual. You can choose not to press play. You can choose not to show up for a live. You see what I'm saying? You may choose to not be here for a live market observation, so you don't get drilled that day. You see what I'm saying? Whereas when you were in the military, you can't escape the drilling. You can't go nowhere. You live it, eat it, breathe it, sleep it, shit it. That's what you do. So it's like you have to choose to engage here. So even when you train here, the training is designed to do what training is supposed to do, but you have to stay connected and plugged in. And as long as you do, you get the training. When you disconnect yourself from the training, that's when you start to slip. That's how it works. So people always wonder, like, they'll be like, oh, well, I've been in training for a year, man. Have you? Every day? 301 every day? 301 mindset every day? Live training recommendation every day? Recording when you observing? You replay the live market observations? Coffee and charts? Podcasts? And see, I'm not doing that to put pressure on you, but what I'm saying is that when you want to elevate to a certain level, this is how you do it. Like, you stay plugged into all of this because it's constant drilling and elevation. Elevation comes with the drills. It's a fact. It's a fact. See? But the difference is you got to choose it. You have to choose it. That's the difference. Yep. JT said, I was questioning why we had to zoom out and follow RCB, but the things I'm seeing now are absolutely next level. It's always about the why. Every time. Every time. And it's 5 o'clock, market just closed, so that's why you saw everything disappear here on the chart. Oh, excuse me. Peter said TA drills and trains every minute on the charts. 100%. 100%. That military analogy. Yep. Because it's true. It's all true, man. You know, so again, the more that you stay connected and, you know, just remain plugged in, this all just eventually it kicks in. And what you're doing is you're really positioning yourself so that the training is like life. It's like breathing. Every time that you take a breath, it's life. It's sustaining your life. That's what our training is like. Your training has to be your oxygen. That's how you elevate to the next level. That's what it is. I mean, y'all, you know, y'all see why I do this every day. I do this every day because this is what I do. I'm not doing it every day just because I ain't got nothing better to do. This is what I do. This is like breathing. So it's nothing for me to come on and do an observation because I'm already observing. When I come on here and go live, I'm just showing you me observing. That's it. That's all it is. So that's how we do, man. That's how we move. We live, breathe, and eat it, sleep it. But there's a reason that we do that. Again, this is how we elevate to the professional level. So if you think about any professional, right? They're the last ones to leave, first ones to get there. Am I right? Any profession you think of, whoever's the best in their profession, they're the first to be there, the last ones to leave. Regardless. I don't care what the profession is. So same thing applies. It applies here. Man. Same thing. Yep. Get that power nap. Wake up when I feel like it. That's what I do all the time. If I take a nap, I might not get up till like 9 o'clock. Eat some dinner, then go back to sleep. All right, Justin, let me get up out of here, man. Y'all know what it is. Mark Fuller, TeamAlliance. So this is volume 23. Coffee and Charts. Yep. All right, y'all. So I'll see y'all on the next observation. It'll be either Coffee and Charts, live market observation, or the podcast. All right, you know what it is. Deuces. Dom de Marco.